Welcome to Electrified. It's your host, Dylan Loomis. Quick shout out to my newest patrons, Panda618 and Jerry M. Thank you guys for choosing to support the channel. Apologies, there was no video yesterday, but on my last day at Penn State this weekend, I got that stomach flu virus that's been going around, and it put me down for about 48 hours. Still haven't eaten much, so if I say anything goofy today, please just bear with me. First up, what's going on with Tesla stock today? Down about 9% at the time of recording, effectively shaving off around $100 billion in valuation over the last few hours. All I have to say is that investing this year is going to take patience. There are so many macro headwinds that tech companies, Tesla included, are facing. However, to boil it all down, many of you know, when Tesla hovers around the 200-day moving average, which as of today, it is hovering right around. That's when I like to buy as much Tesla stock as possible. And unless you're a day trader, tracking the daily stock movements is such a fool's errand because think about it. What changed with Tesla fundamentally as a company to shave off $100 billion in valuation? The answer is nothing. All of this is driven by macro external factors. Yes, things that may have an impact on Tesla, but not on its fundamental business structure. And looking at Tesla's fundamental business, its earnings, which will drive the stock price in the long term, right now we have a 12-month forward PE of 79 when you take the Q1 earnings and annualize it over the next 12 months. Remember, Tesla is growing between 50 and 80% depending on the metric per year, which means in simple terms, Tesla is still very undervalued in my opinion. So whatever it may be worth to you guys, my stance is purely aligned with Elon's in that I have never been more bullish on Tesla as a company. As a long-term investor, these are beautiful gifts of a buying opportunity. Moving on, Tesla is looking to award around $30,000 to first place in this new design challenge for a battery pack using 2170 cells in the new Cyberquad, the full-blown version, not the little one for children. Tesla will be providing a panel of about 6 R&D experts providing the technical guidance for these new prototype submissions, and there will be some other battery cell industry experts also providing feedback on these early ideas. And why would Tesla be holding this challenge in China? I would not read too far into it other than there are some excellent battery cell engineers in that area. Here we have an interview with Ferdinand Wolf, the FPV drone pilot for the recent Giga Berlin drone video. I'll link the interview below, but here are my takeaways. Tesla actually approached Ferdinand saying that they wanted to try something new. This right here just shows how forward-thinking Tesla really is to do something like this. The thought behind it originally was to make a recruitment video to garner more interest to get more people to want to work at Giga Berlin. Tesla ultimately did have final control and full review over the final edit just to make sure that nothing proprietary or nothing that they didn't want to get public made the final video. The concept was to show the production process of a car, but Tesla gave Ferdinand and his team full access to everything except the painting booth because that would have been too dangerous as things are highly flammable. And what made this feat even more impressive is that Ferdinand had to dodge not only the robots in the machines, but also sensors in those machines that track motion and shut down operation if something is detected. And the Tesla team apparently loved these drones and now they're considering using them for future factory inspections to get into certain places that they couldn't otherwise reach. I'm not going to get into detail here because this might be region specific for a while. However, Tesla agrees showing us you can now accept a loaner car offer via the Tesla mobile app. To help you guys avoid something like this happening to your Tesla seats, I read through the forums, it was either this individual's haircut, which was a buzz cut, or it was the shampoo that he was using that contained selenium sulfide. Another quick tip, if you want more information on your Tesla's vehicle efficiency, just use the voice command Open Energy and it will bring up this screen for you to analyze. This video made me chuckle earlier today. This guy coming up just to check out a Tesla and Sentry Mode was on, and what it does is it flashes lights in case it's dark out when it detects motion, and this guy thought something else might have been going on, so just an FYI. This right here is something I'm already expecting to have to do a lot of FUD debunking around. So the New York Times and FX have announced a new expose on Tesla and FSD titled Elon's Crash Course, set to premiere on FX and Hulu on May 20th. Just one of the myriad reasons this will probably be more of a hit piece than anything objective is because the film will dive into how Tesla's autopilot program has resulted in several deaths that Elon and the company have yet to publicly acknowledge, and details Musk's efforts to kill government investigations into the incidents. several former Tesla employees will be featured in the doc, speaking out against Elon for the first time. I'm excited to link up with the sponsor of today's video, Omaze, to bring you the chance to win a brand new Model X Plaid and $100,000 in cash, all while supporting 3 great causes. Give Power, which is providing safe drinking water around the globe, 501c3, which is helping to build a sustainable future, and International Medical Corps, providing urgent healthcare to those in need from the war in Ukraine. Just head to omaze.com/electrified to enter for your chance to win. Entering the sweepstakes only takes a few seconds, and this combo offer ends on April 30th, so don't miss it. And I don't need to tell you guys about the Model X Plaid, but this sweepstakes is your chance to win a dream car with Falcon Wing doors, 1,020 horsepower, a range of 313 miles, and taxes and shipping are included for United States winners. It's just insane that Omaze is also offering the chance to win an additional $100,000 in cash, and Omaze gave $27 million to charity in 2021. So you can use my link in the description below or head to omaze.com/electrified to enter for your chance to win. And remember, your donations will support Give Power, 501c3, and International Medical Corps. Best of luck. Here we have a leaked document from JP Morgan, and before we even get into this, let's remember that JP Morgan and Elon Musk do not have the best of relationships. However, this document is for a stock split that would be notifying shareholders of Tesla owners of a 20-for-1 stock split. To be very clear, this could easily be a doctored document, so don't go and trade around this potential news. We also have to remember that the annual shareholder meeting has not yet taken place and nothing officially has come from Tesla regarding the stock split. And while this stuff is fun to track, let's not forget whether it's 5-for-1 or 50-for-1, ultimately it really changes nothing in terms of the value of Tesla stock that you own. Now, I would argue there are some ancillary impacts, like the lower the stock price, the wider the market the Tesla stock becomes available to, and other things like that, but those are topics for another video. I would add, however, the higher the ratio, in my opinion, it signals more confidence in the future value of the Tesla stock price by Tesla's board of directors and management. It's not free to do these stock splits. There's plenty of admin and paperwork that needs to be done. So rather than Tesla having to do this every year, pay the money, go through the process, it would be easier to pick a higher ratio that signals confidence in Tesla's stock appreciation in the future and results in less money paid in going through this process. And based on Tesla's current price of $900 per share, a 20-for-1 stock split would have the price around $45 per share. A quick update on Tesla in India. Not much has changed as Indian officials are still pushing for Tesla to manufacture in the region. I also want to point out Reuters believes that Tesla is desperate to import and sell its electric vehicles in India. Indian Minister Nitin Gadkari is, however, still lobbying for Elon, saying India is a huge market, we have ports here. He could make in India and export all over. A correction to this tweet, I would disregard all of the text. However, in this recent image of Elon and some Indonesian officials, in the background, this appears to be Luhut Panjaitan, the Minister of Investment Affairs for Indonesia. And here are some Google images of Luhut just to compare. At this point, it's anyone's guess what this discussion was about. However, we did have this report about a month ago. Tesla's plan to build a factory in Indonesia has fallen through. However, this image appears to be after that report from Giga Texas, and they seem to be holding up a document that would signal they got something done, so hopefully we get more news in the days to come. This is pretty exciting for sports car fans, as Corvette is coming out with a hybrid powered all-wheel drive Corvette, and sometime after this, they're planning a fully electric Corvette in the future. And this is not confirmed, but it's possible that either the hybrid or the fully electric Corvette will take on the E-Ray name. As the video shows, this would be the first time in production history for the Corvette that the front axle is indeed powered. NIO has produced its 200,000th vehicle, and it took them 3 years to build their first 100,000, and from that point it took them another 1 year to build its next 100,000, so congrats to NIO. I know there are very mixed opinions on this subject, but this tweet highlights the side that I lean toward. Walter Isaacson says, late last night after winning his battle for Twitter, Elon was in Boca Chica and held his regular 10 p.m. meeting on Raptor engine design. He spent more than an hour working on valve leak solutions. No one mentioned Twitter. He can multitask. With that said, there is still one topic that may have a direct impact on Tesla when it comes to this Elon and Twitter situation. From Melissa Chan, what happens if Beijing leans on him about, say, a Uyghur or Hong Kong activist account? Or about Chinese disinformation bots leveraging this platform? We know that Elon is pursuing this Twitter endeavor for free speech. Then we have China, who is really not for free speech. So in the future, hypothetically, could the CCP apply pressure to Elon, essentially holding Giga Shanghai as hostage? I think it's at least a possibility worth monitoring. Now, yes, Giga Shanghai is wholly owned by Tesla, but that does not mean that the Chinese government has no power and can exert no control over how things operate at that factory. Now, personally, I'm not at all worried about Tesla regarding the situation because remember, Tesla and Giga Shanghai are vitally important to China's future in the EV race. With that said, at some point in the future, whether it's weeks, months, or years, Elon will undoubtedly be challenged and we'll see how committed is Elon really when it comes to free speech. How much is he willing to sacrifice? Real quick, this is a huge deal as later this year, Fidelity is going to offer the option to invest in Bitcoin in 401ks. So this will open up that market to around the 23,000 companies that currently use Fidelity to administer its 401k employee programs. Awesome news here from Hawaiian Airlines. We're proud to be the first major airline to select SpaceX's Starlink, which will provide the best internet connectivity in the air, free for our guests. And here's the official press release. This is super exciting because yes, I am that guy that downloads a bunch of YouTube videos before a flight. Now, this will make that a relic of the past. So as I said before, it's going to take a few years before this becomes ubiquitous on all flights. However, this is a huge step in that direction. And they said Hawaiian and Starlink are in the initial stages of implementation and expect to begin installing the product on select aircraft next year. Here we have Greg Abbott now encouraging Elon to bring Twitter to Texas to join Tesla, SpaceX, and Boring, which yes, is a great move. However, let's also work on allowing Tesla to sell vehicles direct to customers in Texas. Yes, there are plenty of workarounds. However, let's get rid of this goofy, outdated law. And last up for today, a monumental moment for the EV transition. The F-150 Lightning launch event is taking place right now, being live streamed on YouTube. By the time you see this, it will probably be over, so I'm going to take out all of the best highlights and put them in the video now for your viewing pleasure. Please like the video if you did. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and don't forget to check out the Omaze sweepstakes linked below. And a huge thank you to all of my Patreon supporters.
Lightning is a 10 kilowatt power plant, but on wheels. You can move it wherever you want. And to get that power to your life, yeah, we put 2 outlets in the cab, but we put 4 in the front and 5 in the bed. You can even charge other EVs for your friends that own Teslas. But for thousands of dollars less than our competitors' trucks, whenever they actually go on sale. We will produce 600,000 EVs a year by the end of next year. I wish we could bring you all down there, but we're already pushing dirt down in Blue Oval City in Tennessee for another electric pickup truck that's different than this one. Then, with the huge investments, $50 billion in EVs, battery manufacturing, our expanded lineup, which you have not seen yet, we plan to challenge Tesla and all comers to become the top EV maker in the world.